That's fucking unacceptable. Young man. It's
He'll
really
probably have to like sit on my lap.
The 3 other animals are sound asleep.
I told you, he's the worst. I can't work here.
Oh my God, he's laying down.
Don't look at him. Don't talk about him.
I'm not going to look at him.
We already told everybody not to have pets.
Yeah.
Welcome to Flawed Femmes.
All things flawed, femmed, well, navigating being in full bloom. This is B.
This is Molly.
And let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Friendship sandwiches. Ow! So today on the Pausecast, we are going to be discussing friendship sandwiches.
You said disgusting. On our podcast today, we will be discussing.
We will be discussing sandwich generation stuff, old people, young people, invading our privacy in our homes.
In our space. Touching
and
our shit.
The importance of Molly and me in friendship. Just while you're navigating this whole thing.
You do need some buddies.
You need some buddies
because
bosom buddies. Some would say you need a flawed femme. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
What are you doing over there, Molly?
I'm looking at money numbers.
For what?
Well, it's a surprise.
Oh, that feels real fucking rough.
No, I'm stretching. Oh my God. It's hard.
Are we 1,000 years old?
We are. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
We look deeply into each other's eyes. And go blank.
Welcome.
Welcome. We are trying to figure out how we're gonna try this 5 to Thrive thing with Dr. Whitney. Mm-hmm. And there's all these little things you need to do, and Barbara and I are really really limping through it. One of the first things you have to be able to do is go without coffee for a day. It's actually a day and a half, a day and a morning.
Which is, Molly was going to start it today. And I said, please, can you not do that?
We're doing a podcast.
The day we're spending the day together.
You'll ruin our day. You'll ruin our day.
Mostly, I mean, let's just be clear. You'll ruin my day.
And then you're supposed to track how much water you drink. And so I not only read the number wrong and drank 20 ounces too much of liquid.
20 ounces, you guys.
I also ate a banana, which was clearly listed as a food that you would need to inform your provider about if you were going to have a banana. But
I don't fucking eat the banana. It's not that difficult.
So I made it until 5 o'clock at night with no coffee. I went all day with no coffee, and then I ate a banana and ruined it. But I had already kind of ruined it because I didn't do the right amount of water. Mm-hmm. So anyhow, do over, man. Do over. So we had a failure to launch. Barbara's doing some kind of like ovulation tracking crap.
I did. I received an ablation, so they scraped out the insides of me.
I don't know if you received it. You were given? I don't know. Underwent.
I paid for it.
Underwent an ablation.
I had an ablation performed on my inners.
My inner body.
On my inner body. And so I haven't had my period for, I don't know, 12 years or something. And in order to do this, one of the tests that we decided on needs to be done at a certain time in your cycle if you still receive your cycle. However, we don't know.
Nobody knows if you would have a cycle.
I can for sure tell you that I shouldn't probably have a cycle because I am experiencing everything in the peri and the menopause system. And so if you're telling me that it's only going to get worse from here on, it's going to be a fucking shit show. Anyways, I I'm tracking my ovulation. So the ovulation box, right, has this little baby on the front of it because it's called pre-mom.
Does that give you the shivers? Does that make you feel?
Gosh. Well, I had to have a family meeting with everyone and tell my daughter and my husband
that
and my mother-in-law,
like, to conceive a
hey,
child.
listen, there's not going to be. These are just for the doctor. Whitney, I'm just doing the stuff, but I'm not trying to secretly conceive a child at 48 years old.
Oh.
So I am tracking my ovulation, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So I probably won't be able to take the first test for another month because we have to take it the whole time. You know what I mean? Like I have to take my ovulation for over a month.
Oh, you do?
It's been 2 weeks.
What's
or 3
happening?
weeks.
Is anything happening?
No, so far, no ovulation happening.
So maybe you are kind of out of it. And that would be good.
I'm going to report back. Absolutely.
I was driving through Connecticut a couple years ago.
Did we already share this story?
And no.
It felt really familiar.
You talked about having an ablation, but you didn't talk about the
pre-mom ovulation sticks.
No, we didn't.
Are you sure I didn't talk about that?
No, we just started.
Listen, this is also another form of menopause, like the brain fog. It's for real, you guys. It's real intense.
We can post a link to what we're trying to get into here.
Yes. Ooh, and maybe I'll post a picture, y'all, of my ovulation sticks.
Oh no.
So anyone who wants to. But today we're talking about a sandwich generation.
We are talking about sandwich generation.
And also
but
female
I didn't
friendship.
tell you about my drive through Connecticut. That there was a billboard that said, it was advertising for a hospital. Okay. And it said, I survived 4 brain tumor surgeries or 4 brain tumors and had a baby at 52.
I don't know what's happening.
What I just didn't know what to take away from that sign.
What should you take away from it?
Does that mean she received wonderful neurological care? Or does that mean that she had wonderful fertility support? Like what?
Oh, like the fact that she got a brain, what is it? Brain tumor?
Tumor.
That she got 4 brain tumors removed. She was able to then have 4 babies. I don't understand what's happening.
That's what I'm saying. It was a very confusing billboard.
Should we pause at this moment and go back and see if we can hear you typing?
No. Look it says, survived brain tumor 4 times is likely based on Katie Sturm, who underwent brain tumor surgery while pregnant with quadruplets. That's not it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how many fucking people have 4 brain tumors and 4 children? A brain tumor each child?
I don't know. But look, pregnancy is hard enough. Why would you do it at 52 with a brain tumor? I mean, I know why you would do it because of many reasons, but I am just saying that was a confusing sign. And we can leave it at that. I didn't know what to get from this medical establishment. I didn't know if I was going to have babies in my 50s. I didn't know if I was going to have my brain tumor operated on. I don't understand the marketing narrative there, the storytelling narrative.
And I wonder if they understand it as well.
I mean, I think they were like, wow, this is fucking awesome. Look at this lady. Who? She's a rock star.
But like how do you want to share that with the world? I mean, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense.
It was on a billboard and it was on multiple billboards.
Listen, just because it's on a billboard doesn't mean that it makes sense.
There's a couple of things. I also still think about this woman who was on the news whose name was Tijuana Hyman. I think about her all the time.
How does she live her life, Molly?
How do you have a name like Tijuana Hyman? That was her name. And it will never leave me.
It's not a real name.
It is. It's a real person. She was talking on the news. She was like interviewed on site.
No, that doesn't mean that she's real. She could have just made up the name.
Oh, that's never occurred to me.
Oh Oh, Mike Hunt did.
Oh my God.
Mike Hunt did the same thing. Mike Hunt did the same thing. He's been on the news quite a few times.
Why is your cunt a boy? You just said.
Listen, no, when you're on an interview, have you never heard that joke?
No.
What's your name? Oh, my name is Mike Hunt.
Oh, yes.
Get it?
Yeah.
Mike
but that
Hunt?
was like a answer your phone joke.
What?
You know, you call up and ask if is there Mike Hunt? Back when you didn't have caller ID on everything.
You guys, the moon stopped eating today.
This is the worst joke and it's dumb. Why did the moon stop eating, Barbara?
Because it was full.
So freaking stupid.
I would like that to follow me around all day.
Don't turn us off because of her. You guys don't turn us off because of her. She's trying to ruin our lives. But that's not even what we're here to talk about.
That's not even what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about being a sandwich generation and female friendships.
Because
in full bloom.
In full bloom is what it comes down. Guys, how did we miss that we could have been having a podcast? A Mena podcast. We totally missed the grab on that.
No. Here's what I want to say about that because then we can say it's a podcast. That's fine, but you don't get to add the Mena part to it because that's men. And no, thank you.
So we should have just called the whole thing the podcast.
Well, we still can.
We'd have to ditch Flood Femmes. I'm not doing it. Don't bully me.
No, I'm saying that's still our name. But like, hey, this
Flood Femmes, welcome to our podcast.
This is B. This is Molly. Welcome to our podcast. We can still do that.
Well, we're gonna do it now. Okay, fine. Be that way.
Hey.
Welcome to our podcast. It's Flood Femmes. Okay.
In full bloom.
Sandwich
generation. You don't know
what a sandwich generation person is.
Then I'd like to drop the mic and inform you. The sandwich generation is as follows.
Where are you reading this from?
Obviously, from the only thing that I get my information from, it's AI.
Okay.
The sandwich generation refers to middle-aged adults who are simultaneously caring for their aging parents and their own children. The group is often described as being... I thought maybe... Okay, listen. Let's tell the listener what's going on here. Molly and I just discovered, this is ridiculous, FYI, on after millions of hours. Okay, I can hear your zipper. Is that there is a mute button on their microphones.
I need to take my sweatshirt off.
There's a mute button on our microphones, so we can now mute ourselves and take a sip of coffee. Because let me demonstrate for you. No mute button, taking a sip of coffee.
It's offensive.
It's super offensive versus a mute button. And Molly just did that, but I feel like she muted me instead of herself.
I actually thought about it. I was like, did I mute Barbara? I had that same thought, but I clearly did not.
Okay.
There was no... Why do we even act like we have a theme on this podcast? Molly and B talk shit.
The sandwich generation refers to middle-aged adults who are simultaneously caring for their aging parents and their own children. This group is often described as being sandwiched between the obligations to support the two generations. So the thing about it is these are the things that I'm going to fucking drop it like it's hot, right? So 1, we're in perimenopause, menopause. Often the sandwich generation.
AKA lunatics.
2, we have teenagers.
Yes, little baby children, little baby teenager faces whose entire world revolves around themselves.
Absolutely, and they could give a fuck.
It's true.
Right? And so they are our new favorite thing is that they are nasty and needy.
Yes, there's that beautiful man that talks about, we got to put his name in
being
here.
Being nasty and needy.
I'm going to look up his name.
Yeah, you do that.
Because he said you cannot simultaneously be nasty and be needy. And I was like,
that is the definition of a teenager.
Open mouth kiss you right now. That is the hottest thing I've ever heard from a man.
But there is also, so being part of a sandwich generation, there can also be caregiving responsibilities. There can be stress and burnout. And it's a growing phenomenon, which is happening nowadays, which is the people live way longer than they ever have. So the number of caregivers increases more and more. This is kind of baby boomers just won't die. Which, not that
we don't want them to die. That's not it. They're the longest lived generation.
I don't want baby boomers to die. It ends up being like juggling multiple caregiving responsibilities between your elderly parents and your teens is a fucking hot mess, guys.
The guy who talks about you can't be needy and nasty at the same time, his name is Ryan Dunlap. You can follow him on Instagram at conflict-ish. He does like 90-second conversations that build your conflict competency.
Ooh.
So Ryan Dunlap, conflict-ish.
I love
Anyhow, long story short, parents are living longer, and that has affected the economy in a really interesting way. And I think we're seeing this in a couple different levels. So, for example, children now are having to move back in with their parents.
Yeah, because everything's so much more expensive.
Because everything is so much more expensive. But then we also have, right now, there's a funny thing where in the past, the wealth concentration is usually in the working cohort.
Okay.
So the people,
I know what you're going to say.
So
this is amazing.
Middle-aged households once held about 30% of the assets, and now it's down to like 20%. So
because the baby boomers have it all.
So it says that the curve of wealth used to peak during your highest earning years.
Okay.
Right? So you would be at the top of your career at like 50.
So at like 50, you'd be raking in the dough.
Right. So you're supposed to, 40, 45 to 50, 55, you should be peaking during your highest earning years. That's how it worked. Like in the 1990s, that's what you saw was middle heavy distribution, right? And this is based on numbers from the Federal Reserve. So almost in the 1990s, almost 70% of all wealth was held by working age households.
Okay.
Now, in 2024, that distribution places about 65% of wealth in households over the age of 60. So...
Fuckers.
Which kind of means that they were rich when they were in the middle, and now they're still rich.
Listen.
Not that everyone has wealth, but so what this indicates is that it sort of shows that there's a wealth shift from an earning-based model towards an investment-based model. So we talked about this with Catherine a little bit, where there's a whole bunch of people where we're living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And then there's other people that are involved in the investment level of wealth. And that gap keeps getting
bigger
and larger, right?
And our kiddos can't afford to, like my nieces and nephews who are of the age, they both work full time. They do, good for themselves. They don't have enough money to get a house. So they can't get houses because they're like $500,000.
Well, and like Catherine was saying, investment-based wealth is based on time. And the youngest folks don't have that time multiplier. Yeah. So they're not going to be holding those assets in the way. So they're moving back in with their parents. So I had just looked this up. About 45% of individuals aged 18 to 29, this is from a Harris poll, a Bloomberg Harris poll.
Can you say the percentage again?
45% of individuals ages 18 to 29 are living at home.
That is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
So
no, I can't do that. I can't. Listen, I can't have my fucking daughter and like I can't have everyone living at my house always. I can't do it, you guys.
So this is considered the highest rate since the 1940s. There was a brief spike.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a brief spike during the pandemic because people wanted, people holed up with their families so you weren't alone. But so
this is the worst news I've ever heard.
So the sandwich generation thing is getting exacerbated by the fact that as our children get older, they don't have financially, they're not able to live on their own.
Right. Of course.
And our parents are ailing physically, so they're not living on their own. And a lot of parents don't have money. I mean, that's only for that investment level
for both of our families. We sure don't have that and are kind of responsible in and of itself. And so I think that, my mother-in-law moved in with us about a year ago. And she's a very spry, active lady. And then my mother, who lives about 15 minutes from my house, has Alzheimer's. And so my stepdad and I are kind of sharing care as far as like mind you, he does the majority because he lives there. But I take her to appointments and stuff like that. And then I also have a teenager who is just can't, she's a teen, so she doesn't go outside of herself very much. She is one of the most lovely, phenomenal humans, but she's also a teenager, you guys.
Yes, and teenagers are supposed to be thinking primarily about themselves. Of course. That's why teenagers are annoying, but that's what that's their priority.
Absolutely. And so I think that it's really becoming this glaring, overwhelming opportunity. No, not opportunity. I can't think of the word I want, but this glaring, overwhelming moment in our life of just really feeling pulled in every direction. And in the midst of it, everybody, don't forget, you have to do some self-care. I mean, I have to work my ass off so that I don't become a fucking alcoholic or eat every fucking donut and Ben and Jerry's that I see. Like maybe I should start doing drugs. I'm not really aware, you guys. I mean, it's so much and it doesn't feel like it stops. Is the thing.
Sometimes I go on those Facebook groups where it talks about if there's been a complete shift in reality because the Mayan calendar turned over in 2012. And some people are saying, you know what? Perhaps the world did end as we know it in 2012 and everything has been different ever since.
Wait a minute.
So sometimes this is what comforts me is that maybe we just shifted timelines at some point after 2012 and now we're in the wackadoo one. We're in the bizarro world timeline.
Okay, listen, here's what's interesting about the 2012 thing. I think you might be onto something.
Well, I am an expert in the Mayan calendar. I'm just kidding. I'm not. And, but wow. Yeah, I think that it could be the answer because let's face it, things have been wackadoodle.
Super crazy. The most, it feels as though we're standing on quicksand that is, the world over. But the other thing, you know what? The other thing is I feel like, I don't know if you guys feel like this, but our age group, right? The menopausal 40s, 60s, whatever. I feel like we are a fucking awesome generation.
Gen X. Yeah.
And hilarious. So we're hilarious. We are, and I didn't experience any of that. No offense, parents. Baby boomers, but you guys aren't a fucking bag of laughs.
We're hilarious. Our generation is really funny.
They don't listen to like super funny, awesome, amazing music. They don't.
I have had a couple boomers tell me that the podcast is a lot.
And it is a lot. First of all, we swear a lot. We swear a lot.
We already said the C word today, so we're basically banned in 4 countries.
Probably. Well, and I think, too, there is a disconnect between a lot of people of an older generation, and actually, maybe of our generation too, find swearing to be disrespectful. I have always felt that there is swearing and then there is swearing at someone. I almost never swear at somebody.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
It has to be a pretty fucking epic thing. But I also can drop
emphasis.
I was just on the phone with a friend of mine yesterday as I was walking out of the mall, and I was by my car, so there wasn't a lot of people around me. I was talking to her and I was like, yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. And this older woman, baby boomer, just looked at me with shame in her eyes of
shame for you.
Yeah. Oh, her language. Just such a shame. But I'm so fun, you guys. I love swearing.
The swearing just wrecked your whole persona. And there's tons of data to support this. There's all kinds of studies that have shown that women who are more active tend to swear more, like athletes. And if you swear more, your brain is awesome. That's what the studies show. Yeah, quote me on it. If you swear more, your brain is awesome.
AI will say. Yeah, absolutely. But I do feel like we're dealing with so many different things that no one has ever had to deal with before. I talked to my daughter and I'm like, listen, I never had to deal with social media as a child, this is adolescent. True. So her experience is nothing anyone has ever known before. Our children are living in a world that we never experienced when we were growing up. And so that's true, right? That's an absolute fact. And then also, I lost my train of thought.
But let me help you out here, because as you're pointing this out, I think what I hear from a lot of folks is bringing up times where people lived in war or times when people lived in the Depression and saying, people have lived through hard times before. Yes. Yeah, that was fucking awful. And we don't want to repeat it. We should be smarter now.
Right.
We shouldn't be.
We shouldn't be repeating it.
We should know better. But we've been enmeshed in wars just perpetually for our entire life. And the idea that somehow it makes it better because other people have suffered in the past. I do feel like we maybe should have learned something from that. And it is okay to be not content that we too are suffering. And,
in a lot of ways. And I feel like we are juggling more as women who are perimenopause, women who are having teenagers or children or younger children, and elderly parents and like it's all these different things that we're negotiating through. And I think that so much of what we're experiencing right now is alleviated a little bit by the camaraderie that we find in each other and also Instagram. Shout out Insta. But I can go on there
and find people just like you
and find people just like me and who are I'm just living my life
in the same way.
Super funny. And this one girl was like, y'all, I had to yell at my mom to be like, don't fucking go outside. And then she just sit there. I'm going to be back in an hour. Just don't fucking do anything. And what did she do? She fucking went outside. She fell down and broke her fucking hip. Do you know what I mean? This is a lot, you guys.
It is.
But I feel like because of our collective sense of humor, and then I also feel like our camaraderie throughout everything is we're in general, I think we're a pretty verbal generation.
I do think that there's something to having a kind of black humor that has died off a little bit. Very, very dark humor.
Let's say dark, not black.
Yeah. Oh, good call. A kind of dark stint to our humor.
Yes.
A little,
yeah.
Very sarcastic.
Oh God, I love sarcasm. I mean, that's just like my fucking
Do you remember that, what were they called? There was a book that used to come out with words that should exist but don't. Singlets.
What's that word?
That was what it was called.
But what does that word mean?
Well, a singlet is that thing that wrestlers wear.
Like a G-string? Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. A singlet. Like the...
But
it's almost like a leotard, but it's missing a lot.
But I could have sworn that it was called like something that sounded like the word singlet, okay, something.
Bring it back. What are you talking about?
One of the words in there was, what do you call the space between dark humor and the person who doesn't get it?
What?
A sarcasm. Like chasm.
I don't get it.
Chasm,
what's a chasm?
Like a big split in the earth. Like a chasm. It's spelled CHASM.
I've never heard it before in my life. I've never even heard this.
Sarcasm.
Okay.
Singlets.
I don't.
Now we have a wiener dog barking. Everything. This podcast has gone to shit.
I know. I
look. What we have figured out is that we've told a lot of bad jokes today. We figured out that the wiener dog won't stop barking. This is Hoagie. Hey, Hoagie, my friend, my sir. Would you mind coming here, little king?
Oh, he is a little king.
He's got 3 collars on, which is ridiculous on a wiener dog.
And one of them is like
a huge electric collar.
Huge electric collar for him to stay in the yard. So here's what I will talk about a little bit is female friendships and the importance of that during being in a sandwich generation.
They save you.
Literally, I mean, shout out to Instagram, of course, but also true friends are never apart, maybe in distance, but never in heart.
Was that a poem?
That was just a quote.
Did you write? Who's the quote from?
Oh, I don't know. Hold on.
You don't know. You're going to have to
unknown. No, it's I don't know. Like it's unknown. It's unknown. It's not me.
Anonymous.
It's like true friends are never apart, but maybe in distance, but never in heart. But also a friend is someone who knows all about you and still loves you.
Oh.
Your whole things. So today when I was talking with a friend of mine, she was saying, I didn't realize some things were happening with her and her best friend broke up a couple of years ago.
Best friend breakups are devastating.
Let's just say I feel like it's worse than
like romantic.
Absolutely.
It is. Because it's awful.
Like, here's the thing. If Molly and I broke up, I don't have the words. I don't have the words. Like, I feel like there is a level, and I'm not saying that friends are more important than your significant other. Am I? Am I? No, but I think that there is a quality, an uncaptured quality about a female best friend. And I am going to say it's like female and female, but it can be
a femme best friend.
Yeah, a femme best friend. But there's something, a certain level. And I also feel that that's come out. And I'm not sure about the relationship between a sandwich generation and the importance of female friendship. But I definitely have noticed, like, again, Instagram shout out. I mean, what do I think Instagram is going to sponsor us? But is that I've noticed a lot of Instagram is about this female friendship, right? And the importance of relationships. And that was never there before. Like, I don't know your experience. I do. But in my experience with my parents and friends of my parents, they never had best friends like we have best friends.
I wonder about that too, with somehow that social media can also keep our friendships in our lives longer. So if your friend moves away, they're not gone. They're sort of still around.
Yep.
But I will say one of my best friends that I met and I actually have lost touch with, who's so kick-ass. Her name was Mona, and we hated each other. And
yes,
we sort of had this very Gen X thing where it was like really cool to only hang out with the boys and not hang out with other girls. But at the time, you know, a lot of the culture really supported women not getting along.
100%.
So I mean, I had a good friend in high school who I was really tight with. And then, you know, some people came in and out, but I moved by myself out west. And there was this girl who was awesome. She was super hot. She was so cool. But she was also friends with all my friends, and I didn't know her. And I don't know. We just both instantly hated each other on sight.
Because that's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean,
and everybody was like,
that's what happens.
It was like almost expected.
Yeah.
And we had one friend who was a boy who kept...
I did it.
She just muted me.
You guys, I'm so sorry. I want coffee.
She silenced my voice. So Johnny was like, you two got to hang out because you guys would get along great. You're so fun. Like, you would have the best time together. And we both told him to fuck off until eventually
it was your duty to hate each other.
Because we were a lot cooler if we were mean to other girls.
Absolutely.
But that made us much cooler. And also a lot of girls had been mean to me at that point. And there were a lot of people who would come in to the friend group and, you know, give me shit and things like that. So long story short, we ended up having a barbecue at my house. Don't make fun of me.
She doesn't.
We had a barbecue, and my kitchen was really gross because we had run out of dishwashing liquid. And there was a huge pile of dishes
Molly,
in the sink.
Did you not have a dishwasher?
I didn't have a dishwasher. Yeah. And so Mona and I are in the kitchen, of all places to meet a woman too. It was like
in the kitchen.
Somehow we were both like, "What the fuck is this? We're the only two girls here, and now we're in the kitchen doing the dishes. Like, what is?" So we were equally aggravated, which united us.
Right.
And then
your aggravation.
And then we were like, "Okay, we do have to deal with this situation still too." Mona was like, "Is there anything else that we could possibly use?"
Shampoo.
It was shampoo. So I suggested shampoo. She said, let's shampoo the hell out of these dishes. And then we cleaned it all up. We got it going. We had a big barbecue. Everything was fine. And then we liked each other more than anyone else. And then we were, inseparable after that for quite some time. But it's a distant wiener dog.
Just pause.
We're pausing for the wiener dog. But long story short, I didn't get that friendship immediately because we had this culture around friendship that was not really supportive of female friends in the way that, I don't know if it's the internet or the way that the generations coming behind us are kinder. Whatever it is, it's allowed that community of friendship, that community of women to come back. And I think you will find that there were women supporting each other in a lot of areas, but maybe it wasn't as mainstream.
Well, and I don't think too, nowadays, my daughter and all her friends, there's not a competition there.
Oh, they're not competing.
So supportive and so in love with each other. It's insane. And I never had that growing up. I never had that growing up. I have that now with all my friends. Absolutely. I can be a cheerleader for all my besties, but they're also like my besties. And I have to still challenge myself when I see someone that looks a certain way or doing a certain thing. And my initial thought is almost always something about she's doing that. I don't get to do that. or something, or her life is perfect. And that's
she's
always
amazing.
She's so far above me. She doesn't want to talk to me.
She's got it
blah,
all
blah,
figured
blah.
out.
So I've had to still actively, I have to work at changing my thought and changing my approach to what I initially think in view of other people.
What we've been talking about and why we had, friendship sandwiches. Friendship, is it everything hard to say on our show? Friendship sandwiches?
Feel like for you.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Friendship sandwiches. We thought it was, the reason we put it together in this way is because we were trying to figure out what it was that helped us navigate the children versus parents dynamic. There's all kinds of shades of sandwich generation. So,
right. And they can all look different. Teenager, young kids.
Some people are completely enmeshed in their parents' lives because of health issues and things like that. Like right now, the health is, there's not a lot going on, knock on wood, for health issues on my side of the family. There is a big generation gap between my mom and my stepfather, which is about 15 years. So he's actually silent generation. She's a boomer.
So
and then we're
have,
Gen X.
We have the exact same, Molly and I,
but
opposite.
Your mom.
So my mom is 12 years older than my stepdad.
Yes.
Go, Mom. Shout out.
Yeah. Your mom breaking those barriers.
Breaking those barriers.
Yeah. My stepdad's 90 and, my mom is not 90. She's 75 and she's kicking. But it brings up these weird things where I was talking to my mom about a money thing, and I was like, because I'm buying cars and moving and shaking right now. I'm just trying to, figure out a bunch of crap. And I was like, oh, if you loaned me like a certain amount of money, then I could pay you back in a month. And, I'm asking her like, what do you feel like you have any solvency or anything like that? And she's like, well, I have the money that I would like bury my husband with. So if we were because I wanted to make sure that my credit looked really good and everything. And I'm like, so I'm taking this out of the funeral account. Okay. So he just has to stay alive for the next 2 months.
Which I think there's a very good chance.
I think there's a very good chance that he would be still kicking. But regardless, to have all of that overlap of weird conversations about money, and then weird conversations about living situations, weird conversations about death. I mean, and as we all know, we get really awkward on here. There's this great book called So I'm Dead, Now What? And it's just a book that tells you basically how to get your shit together for end of life.
Yeah.
And these are the types of resources that
I'd like to have that book.
Yeah. Our friends, we need to share. You need your friends in order to share all of these strategies.
Absolutely. And Swedish death cleansing.
Oh my gosh.
Is like awesome. And it was actually just a show on, I'm going to have to find out where it is, but with Amy Poehler. And they have 3 amazing people that go to these different people's homes when they are, and they want to clean out their home for its Swedish death cleansing. And I think that's so amazing. However, I would not recommend trying it with someone who has Alzheimer's. So I was trying to, and it's not always appropriate for everyone anyways. So one of the things that Mel Robbins actually has spoken about was that she just allows her parents do the best with what they have. Right. And so,
like, don't try to change it before.
Right. So, right. And so I was at my mom's trying to go through, and we went through the same pile of blankets, just blankets. There was like 20 of them, and she would not get rid of any of the blankets. And then when I would get her to agree to get rid of the blankets, and she'd forget that
Oh,
she was like, what is that pile over there? And I'm like, that's the pile you just said we could get rid of. And she was like, oh, no.
No.
I like those blankets.
Well, think about that connection between items and memories. And so if you're losing your memories, you're not going to want to lose your material stuff on top of it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be Swedish death cleaning this month. I'll give you updates on it. Maybe we can do a podcast on that.
I'm super good at Swedish death cleansing. And so I will be Molly's ride or die throughout all that. And so, that would be an awesome episode.
We can post some pictures and stuff. There's like a little bit of a mini hoarding situation happening in some areas.
It's for real.
And so we can share some inspirational moments from that journey too.
Yeah.
But
it is super inspirational. Absolutely.
But I think that there's enough going on emotionally, and then you have to add this physical aspect to it also, where
the menopause. The peri.
I meant your physical environment, but you're a physical person too.
It's just...
Well, honestly, our parents are starting to struggle with their stuff because you're not able to move your furniture. You're not able to move your stuff around anymore in the same way. And I am a furniture moving addict. I love to move furniture.
She has a problem.
But I mean, once I get it set up, it's good. But I do like to keep the environment evolving.
And I just also want to say that Molly does...
Oh my God, what are you going to say?
I can't breathe. Molly does have a lot of things.
I don't want any of them. Hence the Swedish death cleaning this month.
But what I want to say is, if you have something and you put it on Facebook Marketplace, Molly's most likely going to drive to meet you like 7 hours from her house.
I love a Facebook Marketplace
Oh my God.
deal.
Like, listen, you guys, every time I'm on the phone with her, I'll like text her and be like, hey, I can't help but notice that you're in Derry. What are you doing there? You're like 3 hours from her. Like, what's happening? She's like, a Facebook Marketplace. And that's all that needs to be said.
It's true.
I also just want to touch really quickly on sharing your location.
We've found this to be a really fun thing to do with your friends.
Okay, listen. It is freaking epic. So I have it with obviously with my mother-in-law, my husband, my daughter. Yes. But I also have it with 3 of my best friends. And Molly is one of them. And Molly and I... you guys, I don't mean to be a creepy creeper. Yeah.
You were so creepy the other day, though, when I was in the phone store.
So I pull up, because here's what happens, right? Is you go to, I go to text her or call her, and it pulls up, and then it will say, blah, 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 gives me her. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And so I'll look at it sometimes to be like, oh, is she still at work? I won't call her right now. I'll just text her. So I'm trying to be thoughtful. That's really where that's coming from. But so the other day I pulled it up, and there she is at the Verizon store. And I was like, hey, buddy, how's it going at the Verizon store? And she was like, oh my God, we just got here. Stop looking at me, person. What's happening? Why are you there? Or no, I just texted, is your phone broken? Or something. And you were like, what the fuck?
Why are you such a stalker?
It was so creepy, you guys. I loved it.
I now follow 2 of my friends' locations. I mean, one is a runner. And so it's really good to have her location, and because she runs really far.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I just look and I'm like, oh, she's in California, and she's going to Mongolia to coach rugby next month. And I'm like, I can't wait to see you in Mongolia on my phone.
And there is something, there has been a time or two where I pull up my phone and I'll see, oh, your home address. And I'll just imagine you just... curled up on the couch
with a wiener dog,
with a little wiener dog on your lap, cup of coffee, whatever, and it makes my heart a little warm. Makes my heart a little warm.
Oh, I love it.
I think that Aristotle said it best
when
he said,
"What did he say?
Friendship is a single soul dwelling in two bodies.
That is because all of the Greeks were very, very into same-sex relationships. Oh. And there was a... That's not funny. Aristotle wrote a lot of stuff about how he had really loving friendships with men.
Well, yay. I mean, listen.
And so male friendship was the pinnacle at the time.
Interesting.
Male friendship was like the pinnacle relationship. That is where, Aristotle believed you met your intellectual match, your heart match. They really, like, the whole male friendship thing has been real messed with. Yeah.
Because it has 100% flip-flopped.
Right.
100%.
Yeah. So there was like this like male friendship ideal where you can go in and you can read work from Aristotle where it's like him sitting under a tree.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't. But it's like him sitting under a tree talking about how amazing it is that he's friends with some guy. And he just really loves it. Wow. He really loves it.
And that's why he said friendship is a single soul dwelling in two bodies. And with that,
I don't think we solved anything except know that we'll be your friend.
And we're all about friendship sandwiches.
And we will keep communing with you about all the hard things.
And all the good things.
And in your sandwiched life, all the good things. We will
go have an Oreo now.
Relate to the bad things and cheer on the good things.
Too far,
She's
Mom.
shaking her head at me. She's shaking her head. I don't know. I just want to be friends.
Okay, Molly's personal email address is as follows.
Nice.
Okay.